everyone, and welcome to a new vlog. Welcome if you're new here. Hi, I'm Andrea. I'm a full-time writing instructor and a part-time content creator and indie author. Welcome back if you're one of my lovely returning friends. It is great to have you all here. It is 9:20 on a Thursday morning, which is not that early. That's not early at all, Andrea. That's late morning for a lot of people. Not for me. This is a little bit early for me to be up and dressed and at my desk. But Emma Bennett was going to be doing a live stream this morning, and her live streams usually start at like 7 a.m. Arizona time. This one was starting at 9 a.m. so I thought I could actually make that one. There was one on Tuesday at 11, but I had plans on Tuesday. I had a dentist appointment at 11. There was no way I could join that one. So I set it in my calendar to join this one. I missed the introduction, so they were already mid-sprint when I started. I'm missing the whole first sprint. I've had it running, but I'm not actually doing anything. So there's 7 minutes and something seconds left in this sprint. And then I think she said they were going to do at least one other sprint. So I think it's going to be a short live stream today, but at least I was able to join this one. I always want to join people's live streams, but scheduling, you know, is usually the issue. Either it's too early in the day for me or it's too late in the evening because I don't like to write at night. There's a few creators I follow who do live streams at like 5 or 6 or 7 p.m. Arizona time. So it's either right during my dinner time or it's after dinner, and I try not to write after dinner. So yeah, I always have the intention of joining live streams and then I never can. So I'm glad to be joining this one for at least 1 or 2 sprints. So I don't know what I'm going to do though. So I didn't vlog Tuesday or Wednesday. So Tuesday I went to the dentist. I was over at my parents' house. We had dinner together. We got Chipotle. It was lovely. Everything went fine at the dentist, which was good. So yeah, Mom and I watched the Tour de France once I got back from the dentist. It was the individual time trial. It was amazing. I won't bore you all with the details, but it was good. And then yeah, after dinner I came home. Yesterday was just a chill day working here at the apartment. I got some writing done. We'll talk about that later in this vlog when I do my Camp NaNo writing for the day, because I think I will wait until later in the day for that. I got 2 more chapters edited, so I'm now up through chapter 15. So I'm going to try to do at least 16 and 17 today. Ideally 16, 17, and 18. I should probably do some editing during the next sprint because I could probably get through 1 chapter or almost 1 chapter in 1 sprint. So yeah, I got 2 more chapters edited. So now I'm hoping to do 16, at least 16 and 17. But if I could do 16, 17, and 18 today, then that would just leave 19, 20, and the epilogue for me to do tomorrow. And tomorrow is a Whole Foods day, so I know I will have a little bit less time tomorrow. So I think it'd be better to do 3 chapters today and 2 chapters in the epilogue tomorrow, rather than 2 chapters today and 3 chapters in the epilogue tomorrow. I think that would be a bit too much. So we'll do some editing in a bit. And then I want to do my Camp NaNo writing today. But yeah, looks like this sprint is about to end. So I'm going to jump in the chat and just say hello to everybody. I see some, 1 or 2 familiar names, but a lot of people I don't know. So that is the other thing about live streams. It's a bit like being when you're joining for the first time. It's a bit like being the new kid in school. It's like, I don't know people. But I know I saw at least 1 name I recognize, so we'll see if she's still in the chat. Yeah, I'm going to get working, or get chatting and then get working. And then I will let you know when this live stream is done, just how many chapters I have edited. It will probably only be 1, but hopefully I will have completed editing that one. was done. It was just an hour sprint, but that was fun. I'd love to join more. Just again, the timing of it. Arizona, it's just, I'm in such a weird place time zone wise compared to the majority of channels I follow. I feel like I follow a lot of East Coast or like eastern half of the US and a lot of overseas, like particularly the UK and the rest of Europe. I never see people doing live streams at like 2 p.m. my time. that would be a lot more convenient, but oh well. I was able to join today, so that was good. I got one chapter edited, so that's fantastic. Feel really good about that. So I will work on chapter 17 later. I think I'm going to take a break from editing, try to get some of my smaller social media and admin-y type stuff checked off, and then I'll come back to editing probably sometime after noon, like 1 o'clock or something. And I think since I've gotten one chapter done this morning, I think I can do 2 chapters this afternoon, because I managed to do 2 chapters yesterday afternoon, so I feel like that will work out. I do want to do some work on my newsletter. That can be something I do with all the social media stuff. I think I want to just do like 30 minutes and just see how far I get. I feel like my newsletter is something that I always put off because in my head I feel like it's going to be this big thing, and it really shouldn't be. Like, my newsletter should be something that I can put together in like 30 minutes. It should not be something that takes me several hours each month, but I get to the point where like I let it take that much time. Like, that's one of the things I haven't yet managed to turn off the perfectionism with. I feel like there's a lot of other things this year that I've been able to show up for more because I've just accepted I'd rather show up regularly but have it not always be the greatest than not show up. So like Instagram is a perfect example. I have been posting on my lifestyle, my personal Instagram, which is public, but it's more like just me and my life. I have been posting on that Instagram account pretty much every day since the beginning of the year, since January 1st. There've been a few days that I've missed, but then there've been a couple days where I've posted twice in one day. So like each month, even if I miss one, there's still like at least 29 or 30 images each month. I'm loving that, like, for me, like not even for other people. And it's not that my, you know, engagement has gone up a crazy amount or that I now have, you know, thousands of followers on Instagram, and that wasn't the point of it anyway. But like, I was getting tired. Instagram is a way that I've talked about how I can't keep a diary. I can't keep a daily journal. It doesn't work. I'll be really consistent for a couple of weeks and then I won't write anything for like a month. And so I don't have a written record of my life. I've got my vlogs, which are like long form video records of my life, but Instagram is kind of that shorter, more in the moment kind of record of my life. And so I liked the idea of being able to scroll through the past month and see, oh, I went to the pool, or oh, mom and I went hiking, or oh, I was reading that book, or, you know, there's little things that I take pictures of and kind of see. It's why I also like my 1 second every day app and creating those little 30-second videos each month. So I wanted this year to be better at posting on Instagram, as well as on my author account as well. I haven't been posting daily on my author account, but I am posting probably at least 3 or 4 times a week, if not a little bit more. Some weeks it's more, but it's always at least 3 times a week. And so I have more of a record there. I think also getting into, with my author account, getting into the habit of every other day posting my current word count and my writing update, that's been helping me just figure out like more the aesthetic of that account and what I want it to look like, and it makes it easier to create images for the non-word count days, and like that's a whole other conversation. But like, I've got like visual themes for both accounts now that make it a lot easier to create the content. And so they're not always the nicest, they're not always the most thought out. They're decent pictures, you know, but I'm not a professional photographer account, so like there's a limit to how beautiful and aesthetic my Instagrams are going to be. And I don't, that's the thing as well, I never wanted to get into a thing with Instagram where my accounts are nothing but really highly designed, very artistic flat lays or, you know, other photos. I love those accounts. I love following those accounts, but like that's a full-time job in and of itself, creating that level of Instagram content. And so that wasn't what I wanted to do, but I was just feeling a little bit stuck on what I wanted each account to be and stuff like that, and thought about merging the accounts and just having one, but then like there were pros and cons to each, to like keeping 2 accounts versus merging them into one. And I do like having them separate, and it's worked out now, and I've got, you know, a system or a plan that helps me figure out what pictures do I need, what content do I need to post. And by posting more regularly but letting myself be a little bit less perfect and precious about it all, it's helped me to post regularly on Instagram, which I'm really enjoying. So I need to have that mentality towards my newsletter. I need my newsletter to not be something that I get really in my head about and really stressed about and don't, you know, put off working on because I'm so nervous about getting it right. And yeah, so long story short, I will work on my newsletter today. We will try to get that done and posted. Hopefully the newsletter will be out by the time you are watching this vlog, because this is going to go up on Monday. So if you are not signed up to the newsletter, you might have just missed the most recent one, but the link is in the description box to sign up so you don't miss a future one. So yeah, I'm gonna go, I will take my laptop and my phone over to the couch. We'll migrate over to the couch. I'm gonna get the tour turned on. Very tired, but it'll be fine. I'm not having caffeine though, but I will probably have a decaf cup of something in a little while, and that hopefully there'll be just enough caffeine in that to help push me over the edge today into something resembling mildly productive. But no, I want to get these 2 chapters edited, and I want to do some work on camp, but it's just going to be another sit on the couch and watch pro cycling kind of a day, and just fit stuff in wherever it wants to fit in, because I can just tell my body is like, you need to rest, and I'm going to try to listen to it. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, it is now about 1:45. I'm a little bit behind. I don't know. I'm not really behind. I need to not have that mentality. I'm a little bit behind where I would have liked to have been by today. So I've been doing lots of stuff online and lots of stuff on social media and posting things, so that's all done. And I'm now starting to work on my newsletter. I'm gonna work on that for about 30-ish minutes, maybe a little less, because I've already done some work. So I think by 2:15 I want to be done with that and moving on to editing, because then I think if I start editing at 2:15 I will be done by 4 o'clock at the latest with 2 chapters. So I'm going to work on the newsletter and then work on editing, and then hopefully around 4-ish I can start thinking about Camp NaNo writing. Wanted to do some sketching as well, but I might wait and do some sketching over the weekend. It would be really nice to like just be done with work by 5 o'clock. I don't know if I'm gonna go to the pool today. It sounds nice in theory, and I did go yesterday and it was good, but so far, despite wearing a sweatshirt, like I am keeping, like I'm not getting overheated because I haven't left my apartment. Monday I'd gone out and ran some errands, and so like I'd already been overheated that day, and going to the pool didn't seem to make that much of a difference. Yesterday I noticed that I'd also felt pretty good and not that overheated because I hadn't left the apartment all day yesterday, and going to the pool was nice in some ways, but then overheated me in other ways. Like so the problem we're having, just for some clarification, I know I go on about how hot it is. I know I complain about the heat, but it is justified. One of you, Brindis, who lives in Iceland, mentioned in a comment that I saw on the news. She saw Phoenix on the news all the way in Iceland. So some of you might have seen Phoenix make it on the news. There's record-breaking heat all over the US, and I know there's been some heat waves in Europe. Like, it's just hot. It's summer, so it's hot. All over the northern hemisphere, it's hot right now. But it's been unusually hot here in Phoenix. So apparently, and I don't know how many days we're up to, it's Thursday, so I think we're at like 21 days and counting. All the articles I saw were from earlier in the week, so it was like 19 days over 110 degrees for 19 days in a row. It's been around 112 to I think the highest I saw was 117. My parents, their thermometer in the backyard, when I was over there on Tuesday, it was 120. I did see 120 on their thermometer. Usually there's a little bit more fluctuation in July where like we'll get really hot temperatures, but then it'll go down to like 105 just for funsies, and then it'll go back up. Right now we're showing consistent 110 degree plus temperatures until Wednesday at the earliest, which would be the 26th. So as you are watching this video on Monday, we could be up to like 25 or 26 days of over 110 degrees, and it might not go down. And even when it's gonna go down, 108, that's what it's saying for being under 110. So yeah, it's hot. We don't seem to be getting a monsoon this season. It could still come, but they are predicting that we're going to have less of a monsoon than usual. And so that's not good because it's just keeping everything super hot and super dry, which is not ideal. So what that means as far as the swimming pool is concerned is the swimming pool's hot. It feels like bath water, which from a pain perspective is actually really great. It's like soaking in a hot tub, but massive, right? It's the size of the whole pool rather than just one small hot tub. My apartment complex does have a hot tub. I don't think it's currently heated. There'd be no point. I stuck my foot in it yesterday just to see what the water was like, and it was hot. It didn't feel as hot as like a hot tub that is being heated, like artificially, but it was significantly hotter than the swimming pool. It was too hot for me. I had to take my foot out because that was really going to overheat me. So like the swimming pool, from a fibromyalgia pain perspective, is good. So like I was glad I went yesterday because I was feeling a bit sore and stiff and achy, and the pool did help that. But from a heat and body temperature regulation perspective, the pool isn't really that great. So we've kind of reached the point. I feel like the first window of the pool being really nice has closed, of early summer, and then there'll be a period late summer where it's still hot out, but it's not getting as hot, and the nights are getting cooler, and so the pool will cool down a little bit and will be nice. But right now, I think for the rest of July and the beginning of August, it's just gonna be really hot. So I'm still gonna go to the pool some days when I feel like I've been sitting at my desk for too long and when my body is just really stiff. But on a day like today, where so far my body is, like, my pain levels aren't that high, and where I'm more concerned about not overheating, I might not go to the pool today. Anyway, I'm gonna go sit back under the ceiling fan, get the Tour de France turned back on. I've paused it for a moment to chat to you guys. I'm gonna spend about 20 minutes working on my newsletter, and then we will switch to some editing. Alright, where are we at? It is 3:45. I have finished editing, or my Scrivener read-through edit, of chapters 17 and 18. So there's just 2 chapters and the epilogue left. I was tempted to do one more chapter today, but I can tell my brain is slowing down, so I'm not gonna push it. So yeah, I've made progress in that. I've updated my Camp NaNo tracker, so I figured I'd give you the Camp NaNo update, and then I'm probably gonna take a little bit of a break and just sit and watch. There's only an hour left of the tour, which means they've got to be down to the last like 10 miles. I'm probably gonna watch, just lay down and watch the rest of the race, and then I can start outlining during the post-race commentary. But Nano, where are we at? We're really ahead. I'm at 13,870 words out of my goal of 15,000. Nano is telling me I only need to write 94 words a day for the rest of the month to hit 15K. Obviously, I'm gonna write more than that. In Scrivener is telling me that I need to write 610 words, so I have managed to bring that down, but I'm also starting to feel like I don't know that I'm going to do, I don't know how much writing I'm going to do over the next few days, so I don't know. There's development work that I need to do, like some plot development and character development work that I need to do, because I feel like I've done as much as I can without doing that development work, and now to get more detail into my outline, there's questions that I need to answer. So I feel like the rest of this week and this weekend, that's what I want to focus on. So I'll definitely write 94 words, more than that. I just don't know that I'm going to get all the way up to 610. I'm feeling like I just need to keep in mind as well that the number that Scrivener is telling me, 610 words, that's to get to 110,000 by February 24th of 2024. I don't have to finish the book on my birthday. I can finish it in March. I can finish it in April. I can change the number for this. Like, I can change the deadline, which will bring that number down. But also, I know that once I start writing, the words will start coming faster. And there will be days where maybe the goal, like, let's say the goal got up to 750 a day. Once I start writing, that number will gradually come back down, because there will be days where I only get to 750, but then there'll be days where I do like 1,000 or more. Like, when I'm writing, words come so much faster. Like, I need to not be worried about that box and that number. I need to just try. I feel like for the next few days I need to treat 610 not as the number to get to, but I guess more as the number not to exceed. I don't really need to write more than 610 words in this project right now. So I feel like I'm going to use 94 as my minimum goal for Camp NaNo and 610 as my maximum goal, because I feel like if I'm writing more than that, it means I'm not focusing on the developmental work that I need to do. So yeah, that's where we're at with that. I'm ready to start working on some outlining. So I'm gonna take my laptop back with me, and I'm going to take my project notebook and a gel pen over to the couch with me. But yeah, I'm gonna get back on the couch, get cozy again, watch the rest of the tour, and then we will attempt to do some outlining. It is after 5. It is 5:34. I'm not done writing. What is this? What is this? I'm not done writing or outlining or just trying to get words. Oh, I need to get my toaster oven going because I am gonna do some roasted green beans. I heated up like I make anything myself. I heated up a flatbread pizza that I got from Whole Foods. Had that with some salad, but I only ate half of it, so I have the other half to have tonight, but I don't really feel like salad. I'm gonna roast some frozen green beans. These roast really well in the toaster oven, and they roast from frozen really well. I actually almost like it better roasting them from frozen compared to roasting the fresh ones. Don't know why, but I do. And then when those are nearly done being roasted, I'll just scooch them over and make room and pop the leftover flatbread on and heat that up. So, because I'm not a cold pizza fan. I know some people love cold pizza. Both my parents have always loved cold pizza and would always have cold pizza for lunch. Like if we had pizza one night for dinner, the next day they'd just have cold pizza for lunch. But yeah, I've never been a cold pizza fan. Pizza has to be hot. So let me know in the comments, are you a hot pizza fan or a cold pizza fan? So writing, outlining, where are we at? I finished watching the tour, and then I put on my dear friend Josephine, her YouTube channel. I will try to remember to link it down below, but I will also have put her channel name on the screen. But she's recently started her own YouTube channel. She's only been on YouTube for, I think we're going on almost 2 months now. So it's been a little while. It's not completely brand new, but she's still growing her channel. So if you are looking for someone who does daily vlogs, but also talks about entrepreneurship and strategy and planning and like goal setting and goal planning, she is your girl. It's always nice to have another like friend who I know in real life, although we've never met in person, but like she's totally a friend. Like the only reason we haven't met in person is because she's in England. Jo is someone that I talk to outside of YouTube and Instagram, like off social media, like we WhatsApp, we talk on Zoom or Google Meets or whatever, so I talk to her at least a few times every week. Go show Jo's channel some love. I loved her vlog today. Jo, more vlogs please. I just love seeing other people's daily lives, and she lives kind of out in the countryside, and so like today's vlog she was showing walking along the canal and seeing how the canal locks work to let the the canal boats through, and it was just really cool. So I watched that while I did some more book work. So I am just now starting to work in Scrivener, so I'll do some more Scrivener work while dinner gets going, and then I will stop all book work by the time dinner is done, if not a little bit before. I've definitely been doing more focus on character development today, so I have been writing. It's nothing that I'm counting in Scrivener. I think I will probably get about I'm aiming for the 94 words. We'll probably go up to like 100, maybe a little bit more, but I'm aiming for like closer to the 94 that I need for Camp NaNo. We're not going to get anywhere near 600 words in Scrivener today, but I have done probably about almost 600 words total. So I had 400 something in one section of Babisco where I was just doing open notes about my main character's childhood and family life as she was growing up, because that's impacting her life at the start of the novel and like throughout the events of the novel. And then I started working on my main male character, doing the character interview questions, and I got like 70 words written in one section and I think 90 something or 90 words in another section. So I've done nearly 600 words of character development, but I'm not counting that. I could copy and paste some of those things into different sections of the novel, but I'm not concerned about that. A lot of it will just get filled out once I start actually writing whatever section it goes in. I don't want to make... I want that information from the characters to kind of be revealed by the characters at the time that feels right in the novel, and it's just there's the scenes, the structure and the scenes and the scene progression of the novel is not developed enough at this point that I can know where that information will naturally fall. So I usually don't fill in a lot of the character background stuff. I answer all those questions. I know what their background is. I know what their likes are, what their dislikes are while I'm outlining. And if there's somewhere obvious to slip that information in to the outline, then I do. But a lot of times I need to be like actively writing a scene to figure out, is this a good place to start weaving in some of this information, and like what fits best for the characters, what makes the most sense for the characters and for the story. Because otherwise I worry if I just started copy and pasting some of what I've been writing as far as their descriptions and their little quirks or their childhood background. If I started copy and pasting that into the outline now, I worry that when I go to write it, it would just end up feeling like one big info dump. So there will be some things that come out as kind of a big reveal at the end to explain why characters made decisions that they made, but then a lot of that information also has to get woven throughout the story. So like of the 400 words I've written so far, probably about 100 of that will come out at the end, but then the other 300 will get woven throughout, and I just can't tell right now where in the outline to put it. So long story short, I have written a fair amount today, but nothing that is going to get counted in the manuscript towards my Scrivener word count or my Camp NaNo word count. But that's why I'm glad that I'm so far ahead, because I really feel today like it would be okay even if I wasn't where I'm at, even if I wasn't so close to 15K and my goal. But I'm glad that I am so close to my goal, and that according to Nano I only need 94 words, because it's making it a lot easier for me to say I can have this, you know, 500 or 600 words that I've written just for my notes and that I'm not counting, and that's all good, and then I can have these 94, 95 words that I will count, and it's all good. But okay, those are in. I'm gonna set the timer for 15 minutes and then I'll check them and then possibly put the pizza in at that point and then we'll have dinner. So that means I've got 15 minutes. Well, 14 minutes and 45 seconds to try to get a little bit more writing done in Scrivener, and then I will stop for the night. Just about 9 o'clock. It's literally just about to turn 9 o'clock. I have just been watching mindless reality TV. But I think I'm about to switch over to YouTube and watch just one, maybe 2 videos, and then get in bed and read for a little bit and then go to sleep. I'm gonna try not to stay up late reading my own book, which has become a problem. I am now up to Independent Hearts 2, so The Inn of Hopes and Dreams. I have finished rereading Bookshop of Possibilities, so this is the last book. Inn of Hopes and Dreams is the last book that I'm going to reread to highlight and annotate and mark up like continuity notes that I need to be able to find and know for the future books. So this will be the last book that I reread. I will eventually, probably just for funsies, reread More Than Fate, just because now that I've reread the others, it kind of feels like I should reread More Than Fate, but I'll probably wait another year or so before I do that. I don't need to reread that one because it's standalone. There's not going to be another book in the series. It would be fun to reread that at some point, just because there's a lot of good memories wrapped up in that book, and I really like the characters that I wrote, and I do kind of miss them because it's a standalone, and I haven't been able to continue working with Isla and Henry the way that I continue to work with all of the characters in the other books. Yeah, I do miss them, and I miss Bath as a location, Bath, England. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing some reading in The Inn of Hopes and Dreams. I'm still in the first chapter, so I'd like to at least get past the first chapter, although remembering how the first chapter ends, I know I'm gonna want to then keep reading into chapter 2. So I might let myself read the first couple pages of chapter 2 and then go to sleep. So yeah, I'll do a little bit more reading, and then hopefully I'll have that book reread by the end of this weekend, if not by like Saturday. And then I need to figure out what I want to read next. I know it will be a book written by someone other than myself, but there's a lot of books on my list. There's a lot of books that I have downloaded recently. I'll probably read the Jamie Adams book that just came out because I was really looking forward to reading that one. But I'm also kind of tempted to go on another Avon Ellis binge. I haven't read her Chicago hockey series, so I feel like at some point before September I'm gonna binge through all of those, because once you start reading book 1 of an Avon Ellis series, you just keep going until you get to the end of that series. But I am starting to think about, like, okay, summer, as far as like my mood, like summer reading is about to end, and sometime in August I'm gonna want to start switching towards more autumnal type books, either cozy autumn type romances or like supernatural fantasy or there's some cozy witchy romances that I'm starting to add to my list on my library app. So yeah, I know pretty soon I'm not gonna want something that doesn't have some sort of autumn vibe to it. So I'm trying to read everything that feels like it needs to be read in the summer when my brain is still in summer mood. So yeah, I need to finish up my book really quick and then get on with finishing up all of my summer reading, because it's gonna be autumn reads time before I know it. Because typically once the semester starts, so mid-August, when the fall semester starts, it's fall. Doesn't matter that it's mid-August. It's the fall semester, therefore it is fall. That is how I roll. Anyone else who's like still in that academic calendar, like either you've got kids who are in school, or you're still in school, or you're a teacher or educator or admin within a school or college type system, like am I the only one who feels like first day of the fall semester is the first day of fall? Because like meteorological fall starts on September 1st, astronomical fall starts on September 21st or 22nd, whichever is autumn equinox, because it flips between those 2 days. So like September, either the 1st or the 21st, is like the official first days of fall. But for me, being on an academic calendar, August 17th is the first day of the fall semester, therefore August 17th is the first day of fall. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to have my apartment decorated by that first week of the semester, but my apartment will be decorated by the end of the first week of September at the absolute latest, and I cannot wait. So yeah, it's almost fall, so I need to finish up all my summer reads. Anyway, on that note, I'm gonna go get back to watching TV and then go to bed. There's a Chateau Diaries vlog that went up today, so I think I'm gonna watch that. So that's, I think, only like 30 something minutes, so that will be done by around 9:30. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. It's been a lovely day. It's been a really nice Thursday. I feel like I got a lot done and I've made a lot of progress, but I still have felt like really relaxed and really cozy all day long, which is just really, really good. That is definitely what I am trying to do each day. Get stuff done, but still feel relaxed and rested and cozy. So, and I'm proud of myself that I managed to stop working. It was like 6 or 6:30, I think. So that's not bad. I've had a lovely day. I've had fun vlogging, so I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed, all of that good stuff. Say hi in the comments. I feel like I've already asked you guys a couple questions. One about like, when is the first day of fall for you? Is it in September, or is it when the fall semester starts if you're on an academic calendar like I am? What did I ask you guys earlier? Oh, pizza. Okay, leave a pizza emoji in the comments to let me know which one of you lovely, amazing people have made it this far in the vlog, and answer the question, do you like cold pizza or not? And on that very random question, I'm now gonna go. So thank you very much for watching this vlog, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!